So, oh, it's got pin badges. There he is. He is completed. Damn you. Oh no. Look at that. Yeah, most likely. So, yeez. An Ivysaur. Look at that. Good morning. Hello there, Rick. How we doing today? How's your jewel? Flash intro. Why, thank you. Something I put together quickly. Not many people see it though, because they're not here at the beginning, like you. What I'll do is, I have got the DOM here, which I'll open in a second. I need to change mine. Yeah, I'll update mine when I get more stuff. So I am technically a video editor for the government, so. But yeah. So I thought I'd do before, because you're here first, no one else is. I brought a Zafio DOM. I don't know much about the DOMs, to be honest. I just like them. I just know this is for 1 Year War 0079 version. I think from a PlayStation 2 game. So yeah. Conversion? Something like that. Yeah, this will be fun to build. As you're first here, Rick, and I just got these cards in. So I brought a bunch of cards, like a blind pack. So we're going to see what's in it, because I don't know. Oh god, all stuck in there. All in sleeves. I like the tin. Alright, so looks like we've got like a little art card. Another art sticker. So the first one, that's cool. A Decidueye V. Charon's Care. I've got a Japanese version of that. Samurott V. That's very shiny. Radiant Eternatus. Clariex V, the Ice Rider one. Because he comes in different forms. A Radiant Jirachi. A Manaphy, shiny. A Togetic. A Scorbunny, shiny. Which is nice. You got Scorbunny running in front, you got a Growlithe and a Dedenne in the background. A Weavile. A Cyndaquil, shiny. A Lucario V-Star. That's awesome art, that. That's the promo one, isn't that one you got, Rick? I paid 20 quid. Another Radiant Eternatus. There's two now. Oh, look at that Sylveon. You love that. Another Lucario V-Star. Another Decidueye V. Looks like different art though. Might be. Let's have a look. Different art? No, yeah, it's different art. Must be from different sets. Alright. One's a promo, one isn't. two of those as well. A Raging Serena. Look at that. Sylveon V. A special Poochyena. Full art. Really cute that. Typhlosion V. The who are swaying one. Can hear buzzing. Yeah, it happens every now and then. Oh. It just starts buzzing for no reason. Let me get my Twitch out. Yeah, there's that buzz. Wow. I know, isn't it? I'm not even finished yet. Yeah, I think I might need a new mic, which I don't have the money for yet. That put over buzzing. Yeah. Rotom V. Umbreon V. Gigas. And Eevee. So I might send that one to Lee. So I don't know if he's got that one. So cute. eBay. I don't buy them often. This is like, oh, excuse me. This is the first one I brought in a while. In a long time, in fact. It was a first time seller. Didn't have much feedback at all. But yeah. I'll keep one of these. My partner loves Lucario. Maybe one of those. So if you have two. Look at that. I like Radiance. One, two. That one. I'll get myself the rest. I think sometimes you just have to be lucky. Yeah, and these weren't like a buy it now. These were big. I bidded on these. So definitely get my monies back. I'll double check later. All the prices I have. I have a list of prices for all the different Pokemon cards. I'm good at them because I don't know. I can't remember if she likes the character or not. The character I actually wanted was that one. Can't remember it. She's one of my favourites. Music's now loud and I'm quiet. Yeah, because I turned down the volume of the mixer for my mic. That should be louder now. Let's turn it way up. There we go. I got so many different volume controls. cool. So those ones I'm keeping. Sounds like you're in an airport air. I think it's a mic. It's a cheap ass mic. I'll put those ones to one side. Keep those ones are for they go with the other EVs I got in. Let's go with the other spares. Oh, thingy. Oh. So this box is unopened. It is sellotaped closed. So this branding is a reprint. Good morning, Zaku to Crow. How do you like me refer to Crow or Zaku? Well, I'm trying to sort out my mic issues. Because it is a bit ridiculous. Right, so music's a little bit quieter. It's got that bloody buzz. Unfortunately, I've got a load over game. I have studio quality mic, I have studio quality everything. And it's a mic, that's the problem. So I've got to raise the volume so you can actually hear me. Then the buzzing starts. No, I'm just going to change mic. Sorry. How's that? How's that sound? Yeah. I changed to my headset. Let's lower this a bit so I'm not blowing your eardrums out. Yeah, I'll just use my headset mic for now, and then I'll see if I can get a cheap mic, better mic or something. Alright, let's get this bad boy open. Done the Pokemon segment. Look at the base of these feet, they're huge. What we'll do is we'll start unpacking. Put all the screws in the lid. This is going to be a big boy. Lovely colours. Look at the size of that bazooka. Oh, that's one of those, you know, all the segmented fingers. At least they're not too segmented. It's only 2 joints, not 3. But still. There's a lot of polycaps in this. These must be the weapons. There's the rifle and rocket launchers. Or RPG pods. Let's get rid of that. That's what I want there. Ah, colour version, that's what it means. There we go. Sternfaust machine gun. For the old Tommy. A bazooka and a rocket bazooka, eh? So the first thing it asks you to build is for weapons. Then body unit. And then the head. One new version, one new war version stuff. Wait. Oh, there's the arm units, this one. There's a weird joint. Got a little polycap on the inside and it attaches there. Huh? Then the waist and then the legs, of course. And shoulder arm last. Interesting. Alright then. I want to start with weapons, solid. I've got a new pen to test out as well, which is liquid chrome. So before I would use a silver paint pen. But I've got this liquid chrome to test out as well. See if this is any better than this. I know there's no silver parts on this, but always test them on weapons. How's everyone this fine morning then? Early Saturday morning, and we're building Gundam. There it is. Hope the music isn't too loud. Also, you probably noticed Rick and one follower away. What about you, Crow? Zaku, too? Doing anything good today?
Oh man. Oh man. Oh, bless him. I've got the OG starters, man.
Welcome to the greatest of greatest.
And a Blastoise. Thank you so much, V. I really appreciate that. And my boy. I've got myself a Lucario to go with I've got 3 decent Lucarios now. I've got the Evolution and then I've got the V-Star. Oh man, thank you so much, V. I really appreciate you, my guy. But I'm gonna have to keep these guys somewhere special. Keep them in.
Close together like that, so that's got a peg there so I can sit in its hip. And this acts like a proper magazine. You slot in and it clicks in. A cute little machine gun. G next, apparently. Let's see. Another kit with ball joints. Will you paint it? yes, actually, I'm going to paint this one because I actually really like the Dom. It's one of my favourite MSs, and I will actually paint it in my. On it is quite a lilac already. I might go with a more darker purple, but yeah, it will be fun. I need that one. First things first. It's a big kit, I tell you. Also, if you're wondering, yes, I'm in my pajamas. Good, maybe I learned something about painting. Oh yeah, in the past 4 streams I've been painting green. I was painting this kit. Still got lots to do on it yet. I'm just taking a break today, so I'm building this today. So you can always have a look at my VODs. It takes time and patience, you're right, yeah. Especially on such a large, flat surface like that these are. These are huge, flat surfaces to paint by hand. Also, because I had to mix my own wash for this green, because I didn't have any. I was talking about, in the last stream I was talking about how you can, because it's such a big, large, flat surface to have just one green. I was talking about different ways you can break up the silhouette. Like from using different shades of green, different hues of green, or using different types of finishes. So if you have like a large flat area on a Gundam or something, you could either say it's white, like the, take this for example, the Gundam Mark 05, RX 7805. So you got all this white here. So instead of paint it all this white, fortunately I don't have much time I wanted to do my work. That's fine, Zaku. You can always catch up on the VODs. Yeah, so instead of painting it all one white, you can paint it like an off-tone white in some areas to break it up a little. Or, when you top coat it, you have it all in matte, and then in some, you just do it in a gloss. And that breaks up the silhouette. But of course, you just got to remember that way. If you do a gloss, you're weathering, just to scuff that gloss up a little. When I paint it, it'd be easier to show. Be more evident. Well, this Monday evening, I'll be streaming as well. And I will be painting, so just today I'm taking a break doing the Dom. There's not much to this kit, so it shouldn't take me too long. It'd be nice if they did an RG Dom. Honestly, I buy some Gundam markers, but I have no clue how it works. I can always show you quickly. Gundam markers are just like a pen like this. And all it does is it has a nib like that, and acrylic paint just seeps to the end. You just colour in like in a colouring book. Yeah, I'm gonna paint this. I'll do the cleanup before I do a prime. But for now, I'm just gonna bung it together. Hope Green Unleashed paint will have various tones of visual interest. Yeah. Yeah, when I get an Unleashed, I'll be doing the same. Just so I can keep it nice and fresh. Let's get these ones here. This one's with visual targeter. Visual scope. I can tell this plastic is. Stephen will get more, just ask and source on. Yeah, I've already asked. He says he's going to hopefully get some more. So I'll just have to keep an eye on his storefront. I'll be taking advantage of the paying free. Because I looked everywhere and I've been keeping an eye on Japanese sales and all that. And even in Japan, he goes for 230, 240. And then you take into account shipping, customs, because he will get hit by customs. He definitely will. You're talking over 320. Just to get, buy him and get him here. So it's just cheaper to go from Steven. I'm gonna buy some EG just to taste. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Buy some cheap Gundam, yeah. My actual first painted Gundam. I keep telling that green one's my first one, but my actual first painted one is framed. I painted an RX 7802 from HG kit from 1992, so it was just all white, and there's like only 5 parts to it. I painted it and framed it with so a while back Bandai brought out chopping mats with the Gundam on, like a Zaku 2 and a Gundam RX on, and that's a backdrop. I think it's on my Discord. But that's my actual first hand-painted Gundam. Yeah, it's a good idea. I brought, what was it? I brought this. This Age kit. And this is a HG, and this is a very easy build. There's no joints in it at all. It's a static except for the arms, so move over there and there. They only move there, that first shoulder. It's entirely static. This is very cheap, this is like a $5. It's ones that they designed for working with the arcade machines. You plug in the arcade machine, it reads it, and you play it on the arcade machine. But you want to buy an EG that has a lot of different, like, surface stuff to it. Because the RX 78 is quite bland when it comes to surface type. It's all very samey. You want to get EG. You probably want to get is this EG new, because it's got so many different corners, curves, and different lines on it. It's great first start at painting Gundam. You also got to be wary about the material that the kit's made out of. Especially with using Gundam pens, Gundam markers. Is that some plastics like ABS don't like them. They don't like acrylic, the medium of the acrylics, and it can damage them, make them crack. So you do have to be careful in that respect. So even if you just use a route can, priming will always help. It's a big old chunky gun, this. Again, this is a big old chunky kit. Enamel. I use airbrush for base coat, 10 hand brush details and weathering. Yeah, exactly. That's the best way of doing it. What I'm doing with my custom Cassandra is just a long way to do it. But until the weather improves, that's how I got to paint them. Next week should be better. I know, it's awesome, isn't it? Looks like a proper Panzerfaust. There you go, that's that bazooka done. And considering what it is, there's quite a lot of detail on it. Gotta put this handle on. You ever decide to get airbrush compressor and poof? I got mine from bartersharp.com. Cool. I think I got mine from Amazon. My compressor's alright. I have two different airbrushes. I've got a cheap one that comes with a rechargeable compressor, like a battery powered compressor attached to it. Wrong link. There we go, look at that. That's better. Has a very interesting silhouette, this bazooka. Wrong link. Next is the other, is the rocket one. So this is a rocket launcher, apparently. No, it is still a bazooka. Ah, interesting. So you got the 880mm bazooka. And you got the 360mm bazooka. The 360 looks more Gundam-like, whereas the 880 looks more German-like. See a lot of airbrushes with battery on Amazon. Yeah, they're alright. I only brought it for the airbrush because it was a cheap airbrush. Cost me like 50 quid. But you're better off with getting an air compressor that has a tank on it. A semi-decent airbrush. I'd also get a cheap airbrush to begin with. You might not get the best results from it, but it's easier to replace. Stable, uninterrupted airflow, exactly. And those battery compressors, they're not that good for that. Is that the same? I got 2 of these. Let's look. Yeah, I did. That's an M. So that's still a polycaps. Yeah, this is my airbrush. It's one of the cheaper ones by Iwata. And they're not. This was £120. This is the Iwata Revolution CR. But to replace this, because I broke this little silver bit here at the end without pinning it, I accidentally tightened that too much and I snapped it. Could not for the life of me get one for ages, and when I finally found one, a British store that sold one, 25 quid just for that nib. So when you get decent airbrushes, the MS9 Dom comes with a bunch of weapons. The MS9R comes with a hyper laser bazooka OC. That's pretty cool. You wanted 3 of them, didn't you? You wanted 2 of the MS09s and 1 of the MS09Rs, didn't you? Create your Dom team. Excuse me. What a Neo once was rubbish for acrylics. I have creosote PSI brush. Love them. Creos, I see. I've had no problems with mine. Like I say, at the moment, I'm just using a cheap one. Just so I can bash it around. Yeah. Part. They go for about 130 each, but I've also had some 30 quid Chinese abuse brushes. Yeah. Yeah. It's always good to have an abuse brush. So if you like experimental stuff like that. What paint is used? I have Citadel. I have Citadel. I use a lot of Citadel. But for airbrushing, I use Vallejo. Or for both hand brush, I use Citadel and Instapaints. And for airbrush, I use Vallejo and Instapaints. But you can technically water down Citadel enough to be using an airbrush. And they said they'll have their own airbrush line, but it's not that good. I'm sure Rick would tell you. They were great. I have tons of them, and Tamiya hybrids are also very good. Yeah. I used to use lacquer paints mostly now. Yeah. Lacquer's good, but acrylic's a lot, I'd say, a little bit safer to use, especially if you're starting out. Especially if you don't really have a big area to airbrush in. Definitely start out with water-based paints, yeah. Easier to clean up. Less likely you're going to stain your carpet. Let's say 20. It says put a sticker on the front of that, but I'm like, nope. Keep that clear. I'll probably what I do is I paint the inside of it. Because I might even put a light in it. Bloody thing. Okay, thanks guys. And can you use your tongue in a cup to clean it with your airbrush liquor. I had to, it said it blocked a bit called tongue in. I don't know why. Right, that's the other bazooka done. But yeah, it's like I've just recently got some very cheap metallic paints. Which are probably good to start with. Which are these. Shuffle art, and they're like 20 quid for the whole lot of these. I'll try, yeah. So I'd probably recommend going and have a look at Insta. Because they got very cheap water washable acrylic. High pigment hobby paints in water and flow improve work. Really, really well, yeah. So yeah, so go to Insta definitely. Check out all the different additives, all the different colours. They even have documents and stuff on how to mix colours, create your own colours, colour theory, colour science. Like I've always said, it's one thing knowing how to paint, it's another knowing colour theory. And if you know colour theory and how to mix colours, you'll be well on your way quicker to better results than others. That's what I always find anyway. That's like the only problem I find with using water as a thinner. It can lead to the medium of the pigment of the paint separating too much. That's why I use this. The primer is better, dark or light colour. That depends on what kind of colour you want to go for. Of course, a lighter primer will yield lighter colours as well. Whereas a dark primer, your colour's going to look a bit darker. Also, you got to take into account, like, you can get offset whites, stuff like that. Because I know Citadel do like 3 different types of white. You got a harsh white, you got a soft white, you got a white, and each one gives you different results depending on what kind of look you're going for. Dark grey, white will change the hue of the colour. Yeah. Probably better. What I normally go with prime anything usually is a light grey, because not only does it, you can then see the imperfections in the model itself, where you might have to go back over to tidy up a bit, but it's a good base layer which doesn't change the hue of the paint too much. And I always water down with Water Plus from Insta, because it doesn't separate the pigment from the medium. I like pink primers for yellow, orange, and reds. Yeah. Grey primers, yeah, for mids and metallics. Especially black metallics, yeah. Black metallic goes a lot better on grey primer than it does on black primer. You also got to think about the colours you're using. If you're going to be spraying mainly light colours, a black primer won't do that well, because it takes a lot more layers of a light colour to cover the black primer. You probably could get these to a 112. Same with these. And look, just alright. 112 figure. Right, and then just the saber. Put these back in the box. Yeah, so yeah, get yourself a cheap airbrush, like a 50 quid one. To be fair, if you go on Amazon for 70 quid, you could probably find a cheap airbrush with a decent compressor and a compressor tank. And then just, you know, experiment on different kits and that. Don't worry if you mess up. Failing's good. You learn from failing. It's no better teacher than actually doing. Oh, this stupid saber. It's F. And some bloody ball joint hips again. 15 and 16. And once you've got the hang of just laying colour onto a figure, onto a model, that's when you start going into a bit more technical stuff, which is pre-shading and pre-highlighting, which I have done on Warhammer Fake Miniatures before. Which is where you have a grey base coat and then use blacks and whites to pre-shade and pre-highlight areas. Then once that's done, you just spray over with the colour you want in thin layers and it'll pre-shade the colour for you. It's quick and easy it's a quick tech. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's a quick technique. GMC. Also, don't be afraid to, when you're painting, to test, try things out. Because everyone's got their own style and technique, really, at the end of the day. I combined a lot of different techniques myself for different things. Oh, you can hear that old plastic click when you snip. This is this is a softer plastic. Much softer. It's got designed to flex a little. I think this has the same kind of hitch as for Hazel, as a lot of the Gundam do of that era. I've got a goof to repair where the hitch broken. So I wonder if I can just make a universal replacement that fits all of them of this era. So today, because the weather's going to be nice, this afternoon I will be priming this Eevee so I can paint him up. And then once that's done, I'll be sending a bunch of stuff to V, and then I'll also at the same time send a bunch of stuff to Rick. That goes on there like that. That goes on there like that. And that goes on like that. Like so. And quite a nice bit of detail in such an old kit though. Woohoo, things. Yeah, things. I'll get them sent out. Like everyone else, I'm having some money issues, but that should be resolved, hopefully. The stuff sells on eBay. I've listed a load more stuff on there. Like my signed Chewbacca figures by Mayhew. I like that detail in there. You know you're not going to see it, but I'm definitely going to paint it. Yeah, this is made of definitely a more flexible. Not that flexible, it's definitely more flexible than all plastic. So let's see for that and that's over there. What we're doing, I'll get this bit done and then we'll open a couple of packs of Pokemon cards just to break it up a little. Yeah, trust me, not putting it the right way around. There we go. Now when I loan these Pokemon Go ones, I'm gonna have to buy another set suit. Got plenty of these EXs though. Got Gyarados EX last time, so hopefully get something decent this time. Let's see if I remember any of these names. Team Star. Gardevoir EX. I do like that. Smoliv. Drifloon. I don't have that yet. I don't have that either. Ponkid. Ponyard. Something like that. So that's 3 of them I don't have. Yeah. Gardevoir EX. Got these 2. That can go on the extras pile. Okay, let's go here. This one. That's for the that's usually an energy card, and that's usually a shiny. So, an Ivysaur, Solrock, Camerot, Bulbasaur, Electric Energy, and a Mewtwo V. I was looking for one of these. It's awesome. Definitely got cards I wanted, which is great. I'll put those in my folders later. But that was awesome. Right, let's continue with this. Enough distractions. That's D. That's a B. I need B. There's I. So, cut for little men out. I got like a little baggie full of these guys. Looks like Crow had to go to work. Here's my little baggie. So you got a little baggie full of them. 1 144s and 1 100 figures. Which will eventually be painted one day. And so this guy sits in there like so. There we go. B5, B8, this B5, B8. Oops. music's alright today. I'm glad it doesn't repeat. They've actually added a button on there now that allowed you to close the app, the program. You just right click it, it's got a bit that says exit soundtrack, and that lets you exit it. Like I said, I'll tidy this up later, because I've got some nasty marks there, but I'll tidy up and then spray it. Alright, next I need, looks like B12. Sounds like a vitamin. B12. Cool. It's an F. And then I7. You know what I forgot to do? Change the damn title of this stream. Sat here for an hour. There we go. I should update it. Bloody thing. Yeah, that HG Barbatos is only one of the things I'm sending you, so soon to see what you think. Ow. Woohoo. Why do you keep those little scraps for nubs? It's just something we do. In fact, where did it go? I've lost it. There it is. I've got this jar here. All these nubs, or most of them, came from Shockwave. When I was building Shockwave. Shows you how much plastic it used. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's visual representation of what work you're going through and how much you've done. Considering this is a quite a big build, it's actually quite an easy one. Like, it does have an inner frame, but it's chunky. I gave City Popper about 2 kilograms of nubs for his hot tubs nub stream. I forgot to watch that. That goes all the way in there, Jesus. There we go. That took 20 minutes just to do the torso. Next is the head unit. I have to get ready for work, dude. Have a great stream. And you, have a good day, mate. I'll see you later. So much fun. Right, so that's all that cut out. Right. Just put that to one side. Clean all this up. I mostly keep the gunplug balls and parts that come out in addition. Just still have to figure out what they're for. Yeah. I keep a lot of parts. I mainly get rid of the sprues, but I keep all the extra parts on them. Just in case I need them for a customization or something. So I do cross kit bash between Gundam, Warhammer, all sorts. So, like, you know, I find that you can use parts to represent certain things. Get off here. Right, there's the bad boy here. Oops. Oh, I need that bit. No. There it is. I need to fix that arm again, it's come off. But yeah. It's like a lot of these parts here are off a, this is all plasticard. And these parts are off a German U-boat. Yeah, it needs to be glued back on. that one there. Oh, there we go. Excuse me. And M. I got like boxes full of extra bits and sprues and everything. So this one goes in there. Then this goes on top. Like so. Let me take this piece here. Put that in there. It's very filly for someone with fat fingers like me. There we go. I need A18. Warhammer style Gundam Space Marine Kazakhstan would be nice, yeah? I've seen it done before, but mainly with orcs. Warhammer orcs. But I have seen some Japanese miniature builders where they've taken a Redemptor Dreadnought and used joints from a Gundam to make it posable. Which is cool. That's one way to make the mono eye move. I definitely think I'll put a light in that. Plenty of space. And there's plenty of space inside this to house the mechanism. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the Japanese miniature builders come out with some far out things that they do. So I saw one who built a Macross jet, and Macross jet's about this big. And in the cockpit, he had the display screens. He had LED display screens that showed, you know, what you'd find in the aircraft cockpit on digital. And it's like, Jesus. You know, for microelectronics that went into that. Then if you look at some of the kits you can buy from Japan, like this here, which I'm repairing, is from a Thunderbird, from Thunderbirds. It's for Mole. This is a model, this is a RC kit from 1992, Japanese. And the microelectronics that are already going into this. This is made in 1992. It's all tracked, everything. It has a drill bit which is all remote controlled. I think it was made in 1992. I'll have to double check. box around here somewhere. Let me just get this visor on, I'll get the box. I'm 31, just like me. No, mate, scratch that. It wasn't 1992. I'll say it was 2004. Even then, we could only wish for stuff like this back then. You know? These are the control units. That's fully remote control as well, the drill. So, you know, it's worth a lot of money once it's fixed. I think I was 14 in 2004. Or was I 16? I was 16. Yeah, 16. Just coming out of high school. Or secondary school, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's a 2004, but yeah. These are hard to get. If I can get it fixed, other people will be very interested in how I fixed it. Go over there. Now I've got to build the arms. Okay. That's J. I'm going to need J. This is K. Right. K5 and 4, which are these two. Okay, cool. Need these. Right, let's clean these up. You're still a youngster, Velcro. I'm 35 this year. Rick's 45. If you ever meet Crazy, he's in his 50s. The Fluffy Gunpla, he's 37. Yeah, polycaps, I don't have to worry about slipping off and just twist them off. Ugh. I did not agree with my ears. I've got headphones on. I'm awake. I'm doing bits and bobs, but I'm here. Hope you're well, buddy. Hey, V. How you doing, man? I'm just talking about you. Oh, don't worry, it's all good. Oh, I've got some new cards today that you might be interested in. An Eevee and a Sylveon. And judging by the art, they're the same Pokemon that this Eevee evolves into this Sylveon. Eevees, yep, all the Eevees, man. Once we get some cash together, I'll get some stuff sent out. Hey Zephyr, how you doing? Oh, Matt come today for tonight. That's awesome, man. I definitely got to be watching. I've got more painting to do. I punish myself a lot. Just woke up. How's everyone? Doing well. You just missed Rick. He's just gone off to work. Yes, I brought a random pack of Pokemon, which had like 50 odd cards in. It's like most of these cards. I'll be sure I recognize your suffering tonight. Yeah, it was just a random Pokepack I brought. Yeah, some real nice ones. I got some fakes as well. They are nice fake ones. They look good, but they're not real. Unfortunately. Yep. Morning, all the cool peeps. It's only just morning, mind. 20, it's 20 to 12. What are the two miniatures to my left? What, these two? You know what? I have no idea. I found him in the bits box. One's a skeleton captain pirate. With a skeleton, a zombie parrot. And one looks like a wraith of some sort. Female wraith. I don't know where they come from. I don't know what they're for. They were just in the bits box I received. I was like, oh, they're cool miniatures. Random stuff. They're both metal as well. If I do sound a bit different from previous streams, it's because I'm using my headset today because my mic decided to be a dick. Yeah. I gotta do some research into them, find out where they're from. But they're both from the same series, by the looks of it, by where they're made and how they look. See, once I found out where they're from, I might strip and repaint them. Because the paint job's alright, it's not the best. It's cloudy but not raining. I'm gonna get this top coat on decals quick. Definitely, man. I got a bunch of priming to do today. Models to paint. Those two done. Then I need J. $13 and $14. Yeah. Sunny here but cold. I think it's a bit chilly here too. I'm near the sea, so I'm like 5 hours from the coast. If you're joining, if you wonder what I'm building, this is for Dom from 1 Year War version, color version apparently, and it's from the 1992 PS2 game apparently. Going out there after wedding cake meeting to see John Wick, but also got some goodies to make and paint. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds like a good day. This one's been sat on my shelf for a while, so I thought, you know what? I love MS. Might as well get it built. And hopefully one day they'll make a RG version of it. If there isn't one already, I don't know about. I will be painting this kit once it's built. 4 days of heavy rain and low temperature. Yeah. Well, hopefully next week is supposed to be a lot warmer here in the UK. We should be getting like 20 degrees weather and stuff like that. I'm not too worried about cleaning up on this model yet because I'm going to clean it up before I paint it. I take it back apart. But this one I think I'll be airbrushing, not hand painting. Would you all like to hear about the time that James May came to my old squadron while I was working there? Because it was he was not happy, I'll tell you that. He's a lovely chap, but I'll tell you now. Oh, he was not happy when he came to our place. So, it was back in the day, talking about around about 2008, 2009. James May was filming stuff for his show How Things Work. It's very weird here, it's not Climate South, Italy. Yep, that's global warming for you. But yeah, so James May came to our squadron for doing an episode on the Harrier. And he was going up in one of the training Harriers, because we've got training Harriers that have 2 seats in the cockpit instead of 1. And he came to our squadron at the time, which was a training squadron. I think it's Squadron 20, I think. But anyway, so he came along and they were doing their filming in the hangar, as they always do, filming all the aircraft and that. And of course, the lads being lads in the Navy were just trolling him constantly, taking the piss out of him. There's actual one point where they have the cameras rolling, and one of the lads had duct taped his head, so all you could see was his eyes. He stripped naked and rode a bike in front of the camera in front of James May. That was hilarious. Things they won't show on TV. Yeah, you can say we're a little rascal. But yeah, it's one of those things where you don't bring a camera crew to a Navy or RAF squadron hangar. Because you will get ripped on and everything, especially if you're a 70. We had all sorts come our way. Like we had this one time where McLaren and what's his face? I can't remember for driver now. They came down to our runway to use it for testing a new F1 car. There was a time when Red Bull came to another squadron I was part of, 800 NES, and they came to, we helped. They came and had a look at our Harriers. We went and had a look at their F1 car and that they were using on the runway. And some of us lads actually helped out with crewing, doing the cockpit crew, stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of fun when you're in the Navy. Be all sorts. Talk about little rascals. So even though I spent 6 years in the Navy, never worked a weekend when I worked in the Navy. I've only been on a ship once, and that was only for a month. And I've been to Cyprus for a month, and it was basically just a holiday. But yeah, so when we were on board the Ark Royal, this was 2010, around about the time when the Icelandic volcano erupted. So we were on board while the Ark Royal was doing its sea prep tests and all that. And of course, we were on there with our Harriers. We're working 8 around, so we'd be like working for 8 hours, asleep for 8 hours, working for 8 hours, asleep for 8 hours, and so on and so forth. And then the Icelandic volcano erupted. So we had to send the Harriers home, back to base, which meant us Harrier lads had nothing to do on ship. And the rest of the ship didn't trust us to do anything, because we were Harrier lads. So we just ended up doing what the hell we wanted. I stayed in bed most of the time until like 12 midday. And then, you know, we all just got drunk a lot. So we drank the ship dry. We drank, because some of the Harrier pilots stayed on board with us, and they nicked all the alcohol off the ship and put it in the hangar with us. So we got completely, you know, that's like, you're talking like 100 crates of 60 cans in a crate. They're basically just pallets full of alcohol and wine and booze. So we all got wasted. And then they were doing night drills one night, and this one lad got. I'll close the shop and maybe stop by later. But yeah, one of the lads. Oh, get in there. Does not want to go in there. So one of the lads got really drunk, and he needed to go out for a cigarette. So he opened up one of the doors on the side of the ship, went out on the gangway, and lit a cigarette and just had a piss off the side of the ship. The problem is, though, at the time, the ship was doing night drills, so all the lights were turned off and everything. And there's him, line up a cigarette, taking a piss off the side of a ship, while everyone else is in blackout. Boy, did he get in trouble for that. Oh, this is not going to go in there. Yeah, after that incident, the Ark-Rose class as a dry ship. You got wasted so much because the jets don't come with tea makers. Why I love the tanks coming in. Every break would be a cup of tea and biscuits inside a British tank or Land Rover. Yeah, we didn't drink tea, we drank rum. This has got the weirdest joint setup I've ever seen. It's done now. Cool. Army tea, Navy rum, RAF steals both. If they could. Bunch of lazy kids. The RAF is so laid back, I tell you, man. They're that laid back that the RAF police can't do anything. They can't detain you, they can't arrest you. Unlike the Army and Navy police, which, God, they are a strong arm of the law, that lot. But yeah. That's why the RAF police are called plastic police. They can't do shit. They're like those community support police workers you get on the streets. All they can do is hold you there for half hour until the police get there to arrest you. I tell you now, they didn't like being reminded of that fact. Also, for some reason, the RAF have a bowling alley on every base they have. There is a bowling alley. Like, if the squadrons had their own bars, but for some reason, the RAF love their bowling alleys. I think I was. So there was a TV series filmed for the Arc Pro. I think I'm actually in it. I think I'm in there for one scene for a few seconds, but I'm there in the background working on the aircraft. So one side's 8, one side's 9, eh? Interesting. Check out Mr. TV Star. Yeah, I know. Much to my brother's dismay. My brother's actually trying to be an actor right now. He keeps doing shitty little roles and not actual proper roles. It's like his house he lives in is more famous than he is. Because the house he lives in is, if you ever watched The Ninth Doctor, the first episode with the living plastic, like the wheelie bins that eat people, where that young lad, black lad, gets eaten by a wheelie bin. If a house in front that is in front of this is his house. Yeah, I don't know if he'll do Peaky Blinders. He was going to do Doc Martin. He is in a movie. He's in a movie called Revenge of Robert the Doll. It's on Amazon Prime. He's a German police officer. German SS police officer. Because it's set in World War II. Where this living ventriloquist puppy called Roger kills people. Not, he just kills evil people. Like the Germans. Well, Nazis in this case. I've not seen it. To be fair, it's not really my kind of thing, to be honest. And I haven't watched much TV in a while. Due to, how crap a lot of it's been. I'm more of a binge watch when it comes to stuff like that as well. So if I want to watch it, I want to sit down and just watch it. It's one of those shows you can actually enjoy with your brain switched off. It does take a lot to focus on, but it's good at being gritty. I see. What I want to see is all the Americans coming to the UK to go to Birmingham because of that show. That was a good season with the beginnings of Mafia coming to Birmingham. Yeah. Yeah, just watching all the Americans come to Birmingham and being disappointed. God, these segmented fingers. This is only 2 joints, not 3. Plus it covers Socialist Party, IRA, Al Capone. It's good for putting up actual history over time, so that's good. I used to date a girl who was related to the Cray twins. Tom Hardy did a great job portraying those maniacs. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Thankfully, that girl now lives in Spain. One hell of a sloppy kisser. Oh, I'm gonna hate painting these bits. The hands, I'm gonna have to take them apart, paint each finger part individually. You can't get a replacement, you know, you can't get like a aftermarket part, I don't think, for these fingers either. These hands, because how unique and different they are. I'm gonna have a look, but I forgot a bit. There we go. They've got hands like me. Still waiting for my little pod LP40. I want to touch up my painting. Get my honey done and displayed. Yeah, nice old school arms. It's a nice old school kit. Again, it's got ball joint hips, hasn't it? So, you know what Rick's like. But I've noticed that a lot of the kits of this era, the hips are the same on every single one. They look exactly the same. They're designed the same. I was thinking, they're all like that. And then I can make a universal replacement hip. That can be 3D printed in ABS resin, which I might do. I have to get up and get ready. Have a nice day, everyone. And you, Zephyr, have a good one. Enjoy yourself. I unpacked my Sentinel 2019 kit, right? And it's got screws. I don't know if the screws are for the S version or the EX S version 2. Be a fun one to find out. Yeah, definitely. God. There you go. See, I missed this in MG instructions. All this. Like the background and all that, and like here's some panel lining and some stuff like that, and it's pretty cool. There's quite a lot of detail in this old kit. I built that one. I actually built that one. I think I've got that one up there. Is it that one? Yeah, it is. So I've got that Zaku too. I've got that. Have I got that one? Yeah, I think it's that one. That goof. So yeah. I love when the manual got that. Yeah. Even though I can't read half of this because it's all in Japanese. But yeah, as you can see, this Dom is from the PS2 game, 1 Year War. From 2005. Right, now it's the waste unit. So yeah, so here, so looking at this waste unit, now I had to have a look when Rick finally sends me the Hazel. But they look universal. And I've got an old Zaku over there, in fact. His leg's broken off. It's a bit dusty. Yeah. And this one's a bit bigger. No, that one's just snapped. That's just come off. Great. So what I'll probably do, so I've got to repair this anyway at some point. This is an MG Zaku. Very nice details on it and everything. I really do like it. Yeah, bloody heck, yeah, just trying to get that off and it just snapped. That's this plastic. It's rubbish. So I'm going to have to make a replacement for this anyway. And what I'll probably do is a proper peg system, not a ball jointing system. So I have a pegs that come out for waist and go into the leg. Or a peg that comes out for leg and goes into the waist. But these joints are very loose. These are all polycap. See? He definitely needs a good clean up, Phil. I have to put him with a sonic cleaner and take him apart. And I'm going to have to replace all the polycaps in this. It's very nice detail for how old the kit is. Better detail than a lot of kits you get these days. Oh, his head just popped off. So yeah, gonna have to do a lot of work to that one. So this one, these hip joints are bigger than other hip joints. Right, good to know. I'll know more once I get the Hazel from Rick. Yeah, nice details. You pretty rip this leg off. No, I didn't mean to do that. Just trying to get. That's why these ball joints are such a pain. that happens. Like these are a lot of this kit is ball jointed. That is here. So over time it's going to get very loose. It's weird like that over time. They either get very loose or become super sealed up. Yeah. It's the nature of the material that they use for body caps. Because it's like a rubber. All rubbers degrade. That's the problem. So it's always good, you know, that I can actually be able to make my own replacement parts. I'll put you to one side. Alright. I need D and B. That's E. That's D. That's B. Cool. So B10, which is that one. Yeah, I've got some ball joint kits that are alright. I've got some that are just absolutely useless. Try and get as much of this kit built today. I just love how old this kit is and how much detail there is in it. Cutting this off for later. I'll go over and clean it up before I prime it. Just because there's a lot of clean up to do on it. But this one I'll definitely be airbrushing, not painting. As this one is one I really like and I want to get it done right. I've got a lot of spare decals I can put on this. Water slides. you noticed, I'm only I'm only one away from that magic number. I'm also gonna get my watch time up. Still under 3, unfortunately. But hey yo. Right, so I need PCI. I hate doing these bits. Fat fingers can't handle it. There we go. What's that in there? Goes in like that. He's got some wide hips, this one. M4. Which are the last polycaps in this screw. Something like that. Do we need more PCIs? F. Which is this one here. Always fun part of a Dom. Big skirt mecha. Yeah. Got my first dead sprue. else. Just how it looks alone. It's nice that it's got these adjustable verniers in it. I need to make a rear skirt. Oh, yeah, ten and 9 as well. Good old Dom. I just find that as well, is that depending on what you're doing in that, but any series or franchise that has something called Dom in it, best character. Nope, no you don't. They're very loosely in there, so they can easily pop out. Let's remember that. Big old skirt. Put that on now, to be honest. I need 2 E's. Jeanette. And in K. Where did I put those? haze go? Oh, we're up here. Alright, I need to do some cleaning up and stuff, so I'm going to switch the little. Alright. Cool. That's fine by me. Look away. Like so. He's going to the front. Like that. And these fix onto the side like so. This goes on top, like that. It's quite nice how segmented the skirt is. After, I think, some of his shoulders. And it's onto these massive leg units. Be in a sec. The dog was whining, not anymore. I don't know where she's got to. Right, need that one. Need this one. Right. Looks like we're doing a lot of this here. Can't really get these mixed up. Is she whining again? in to sniff around. Silly dog. I took her out for a wander out of the street. Just gotta keep an eye on her so she don't nick my peanuts. I don't know what she's like for that. Nicking food. First thing first, let's do these. Right. J and H. Where's J? Be so stubborn. Then H. Right. So J goes on the top one. H in the bottom one. Don't PCE. Set done. Let's do those two done. And then carve them up. Sprue A. So 6, 4, 2. Oops. This will be one side and those will be the other. This is for the upper thigh. so. Do the other side. Like I said, I'm not really doing any cleaning up. I'll do that before I paint it. What I might do is, because I don't really have that decent internet in my workshop, so I might record it and put it up on YouTube, me airbrushing this. Amplifiers are done there, chunky fast, big and juicy. I need to do 2 J17s. Each of these bad boys here. I'm trying to do this with those. Oops. Alright, get these done, get them chopped up, get them cleaned up. Get them cleaned up to the point I want. Just really want to get them built today. Excuse me. Excuse me. Bit of gas coming up. Probably have a Cornish pasty for tea or lunch. This side of Scotch egg. Gotta really push this on. There we go. That's one for us to set for the legs. That way around. That way around. There we go. Get these body caps in right. If you are just joining, I am building for MS Dom MS09 from the 1 Year War 079 PS2 game. Today I am just taking a break from my painting. I've got a lot of painting to do. I've been painting green for the past 3 streams, so I thought I build a kit. Oh, but these bits here seem to want to be a pain to be put on. Because they're probably clamping 2 bits halves together. They themselves aren't going together too well. But when I take them apart to paint them, I'm looking to see if I can make that easier to go on. Right. It's only J3 to over here. Down here. K2. Then a B9. Who's here? See, I'm just really getting this off, just so they go together. And I'll do a proper cleanup before priming. Unfortunately, as it is an older kit, it uses a lot of polycaps for the joints. So I don't know whether or not they're going to be stiff or loose yet. Right. J1 and 2. And Rick Dom's pretty beefcake, yeah, it's a big boy. There's a lot of detail on it, considering it actually has an inner frame. There's a lot of kits from this era it didn't. PCA. So we need 4 of them. 1 for each side. Goes on that way. Cool. That goes on there. That goes on there. This goes in there. Right, this goes through there. Yeah. Goes through there like that. So if I pull that out a bit, then click this in there. Like so. And push it in further. Like that. He's a chunky boy and it's well deserved. Right, let's get the other one done. Almost done. Next is D, which is this one here. If you wonder what these pieces are, and it's a big fucking stand, yeah. I'm low-key terrified of them, Sentinel. I never built a kit that you have to build on the stand itself. Really? Damn, I've not built a kit like that before. Those are shoulder pads. Nice stand. It's gonna be a fun build, isn't it? I kind of really do want to get a HG Neo Xeon or Xeon, because they're big buggers. They're just so expensive. My partner says no, it's got no space for it. I don't know where I'd put it. It's the size of a small child. Need those in a sec. I'm actually quite surprised about detail in this. It's one of those kits that they call an MG and it's a downsized PG. Yeah. Yeah, this kit's really detailed, considering how old it is. PS2 era. Some friends rib me for building a camper, but I don't think they realise how nice the older kits are. Yeah, definitely. Like these kits here, I'm building this kit here, it's just really nice. How detailed. But it's not, it's very detailed, but it's also quick to build. It's like I've only been building it for like just over 2.5 hours. It's neat, you know. I'm gonna try and finish as quick as I can, but I might have to finish off in the next stream at this rate. I wasn't so distracted by Rick this morning. Pokemon cards. Gotta open them all, yeah, I know. PCE. So these two here. And PCCs. So the C's go in here, that way around. Excuse me. Gonna burp. Definitely excuse me, God, that was bigger than I thought. Which way do you want this one to go? That way. So. And they go in there like so. Double jointed ankles. Now for his hoofs. Get these done quickly. Almost done, almost done, almost done. I still got his shoulder pads to do as well. God. I mean, armor on his feet and his legs. Hey there, Totty. Let's get these. What I'll do is I'll do these feet and then that'll be it, I think. Now, the rest of it I have to wait till next stream, which is not too bad. Not much left to do. So these feet are offset, so it doesn't matter which side they go on. Just big plates of plastic. basically just giant skirts themselves, these feet, so they can hover. Big Dom feet, yeah. Big Dom feet to step on you. Let's just get the legs done and then call it a day. Still, okay, I'm not getting the legs done. I'm not calling it a day. God damn it. This shouldn't take too long. Let's have a look. I need these two. Don't need these big boys here. These flares. Ain't no rush, bud. You hit the brakes when you want. Yeah, well, I want this done today. It's not rushing from the stream, I'm rushing from myself. I want this done. Yeah, it won't take me long. Like I said, I'm not doing major cleanup today. It's just construction. I'll do cleanup before I airbrush it. Those two go together.
do go on it in a specific way because of the feet. Yeah, see, I got that on the wrong side, I think. I don't know. That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. For some reason it does not want to stay on there. How this skirt bits here go onto the leg is not very good. The last heard when it's not very well made. There is a polycap inside of the leg that these bits connect to. It's not doing a very good job of it. Like here, for some reason, it goes into the leg, but also onto a polycap, which is not very good. I shouldn't put these on this. Some of these parts are just falling straight off. Yeah, that bit there doesn't want to stay on. And then final pieces. Almost built. There we go. Alright, let's get these cleaned up quickly. This is made from a different plastic altogether again. Some of the plastics they use for this is just awful. And I've got stuck in between nips. I hate when that happens. Right. Because these just sit in there like that. Like so. Like so, I'll clean it up long before I do anything else.
under 3 hours in MG Dom. Quite a nice build actually. Some bits like these skirts, when I finally come to put them back on again. Oh, but bold, yeah. When I finally put these skirts back on, I'm going to have to glue them together because, yeah, they don't really go on here too well. So you now this one's still trying to separate. So some parts of the old kits are not that good. Like how these elbow joints are done, are a bit weird. Head's amazing though. The articulation of the eye and head is great. And the fingers are individually movable. So yeah. Here's what I call gorilla feet hands, like I have. So if you do that, normal person's thumb would come up to the second knuckle here. Because of where my joint is, this joint on my hand is further back, same on the other. It's further back than other people's. So my thumb's a normal length, but because this joint here is all the way back like it is on his hand, it seems like I've got a short thumb when I don't. I've just got a wider grip. Yeah. The last bit is just attaching all the other weapons and such. So yeah. But Dom built. I will clean him up and airbrush him. I might actually record that for YouTube. But he is one head of the kit and I do like it. Definitely worth it. So yeah. And I'm gonna have to call that a day today. I don't know what's going on with my spectralizer there. That's gone weird. There you go. But yeah, I'm gonna sort some stuff out myself. Nice quick build. Hope catch you tonight. Definitely see you tonight, V. If you all don't know, V will also be streaming tonight. So if you want to check him out tonight at 8, he'll be on tonight.
It is honestly really, really nice.
But yeah. Thank you everyone that's come. Thank you everyone who stayed and enjoyed the build with me. Thank you, Rick. I'll talk to you whenever you're back.